Hey, welcome back to my channel. I was supposed to have this video uploaded yesterday, but I was cleaning my house, so I'm sorry. Anyway, I have done my base face. So what I want to do today is do a quick little brow tutorial. I've been asked numerous times on how I do my brows, so I thought I would lay it all out for you guys, okay? As you can see, I don't have a ton of hair at all. I mean, they could be worse, but they're not great. So basically what I do is I use a little spoolie. I have an angled brush with a spoolie at the end, and I brush them out to try and like tame the unruly little hairs. I literally have like chunks missing from my brows and stuff, so whatever. The late 90s, early 2000s weren't good to my brows. It's my own fault, whatever. Now they're not growing back. Anyway, I use eyeshadow for my brows. That's what I use. I find it's the simplest thing. I've tried brow pomades. So you can get a brow pomade, which is more of a cream. They do last in terms of not really wiping off very much. But honestly, I'm just so used to doing my brows with eyeshadow that that's the best thing for me. So I have an angled brush, my little spoolie angled brush, and I literally use, I'm sure you have seen it on my videos quite a bit, the Tarte Clay Play palette. So I use this for contour. I'm gonna do this over here so the mirror doesn't blind you. I use the contour, as you can tell, I've hit the pan. I use this color right here for my brows. My hair is naturally dark, so I do a dark brow to go along with it. So in terms of an angled brush, you want something that's pretty thin, pretty dense, and I just put a little bit of product, tap a little bit off, and I follow my natural brow shape. So I extend it in, because my brows are pretty short, and I extend it out a little bit, but I follow the actual natural shape of my eyebrows. So I'm gonna look in the mirror for this. I bring my brows in quite a bit, and then I just follow the natural curve of my brow and extend it just a little longer than my other brow, or my natural brow, I guess. So when you're doing brows, this is the easiest way to know where your brows need to sit. When you put the brush or pencil, whatever you've got laying around, right here, that's where the inner part of your brow should be. When you angle it right through your pupil, that's where the highest point of your brow is going to be, right there. And then when you go like this, from nose to the end of your eye, that's where the end of your brow should be. Easy measurements. You can literally mark it off. Let me grab up a little brow pencil here to show you. That's the spoolie. Anyway, I've got my little brow pencil. So when you do this, you can literally mark right there, okay? And then when you're going up here, this is where, right there, the highest point, your arch is going to be. And when you go along here with your nose, that is where the end of your brow will be. 3 little points. It's the easiest way to kind of know where you're gonna place your brows. So I have a little bit of product left on my brush from when I did the first line. So what I do is I brush a little bit of the product up like this, and I'm not dipping again for a minute. I brush this into my brows to try and make them look a little bit fuller, like so, okay? You're gonna grab a little bit more product, and I kind of like I call it the faded out brow look, where it's a little bit lighter in the front and then it goes a little bit more full. So the top of my brow, I'll start it about right here, okay? And then I'm following the natural brow line. And I'm gonna stop right there where that line is that I made previously. Okay, and then that's when we're gonna angle it down. And we're gonna meet it at the little tip. At the tip. And then what I do is I just slowly start to fill it in with the eyeshadow. Now again, you can take these same rules and apply them with brow pomade or whatever. If you are lucky enough to have naturally gorgeous bushy eyebrows, I hate you. But that's okay, I'm just kidding, I love you. So what I do is I kind of leave it a little bit faded here, because what I do is I actually go in with liquid eyeliner and I add a little bit of hair stroke kind of motions. So the reason why I use liquid eyeliner is because it's a lot thinner than my brow pencil. So what I do is I take it and starting at the bottom, I do little tiny hair strokes and I slowly bring them up. Like so. Little hair strokes, little hair strokes. And then because I want to make sure it's all relatively the same color, I will do a little outline while doing same tiny little hair strokes to kind of fill in the brow a little bit. Like so. Look at the difference. Brows shape your face. They shape your face. If you're not used to doing brows, try it out. Try it out. Try something that works for you. Like, test it out. Because, again, not everybody is going to like how I do my eyebrows, and that's totally fine. They work for me. This is just a kind of, you know, I wouldn't say there's rules to eyebrows by any means, but if you're wanting to learn, these are just some tricks that might help you out. Even if you just wanted to add a little bit of color, you want to make them a little bit darker, fill them in a little bit more, that's cool too. Again, makeup is subjective. What works for me or what I like might not be what you like. And that's okay. I had a lot of trial and error. I'm telling you, my brows have gone through a crazy transformation. When I say crazy, I mean crazy. There was a point that they looked like little tiny sperm. There was a point where I drew them in quite a bit on the top and the bottom. So they were really thick brows. There was a point when I used to take my angled brush and I would literally put it right here and just, it was just a block. It just didn't work for my face. Again, all makeup, but brows, I mean, are subjective. Face shapes are different. Somebody with a different structure is not going to want my brows. That's okay. No hate. No hate. Okay, so there we go. The other brow is done. And we are just trying to take the lid off liquid eyeliner. And then we're going to go in with tiny little hair strokes. Like so. And again, I just add, I'm really light with it. I'm not pressing heavily. I don't want super harsh lines. We're going to fill in the rest of the brow a little bit. Like so. And then it's done. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to, because my brows are different than if everybody else's. My natural brows are different than everybody else's. What I'm actually going to do is I am going to recruit some people and I'm going to do their brows. And I'm going to show you how I do brows on other people. Because not always is it in this way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be, okay? And then it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea. You can literally just use a spoolie, brush them, add a little bit of color. Like when I'm doing somebody's makeup, I just use their natural brow. I add a little bit of a color. Not always is it this dark, you know? Not always do I need to do hair strokes because people are blessed with really nice brows. So that is just a super quick tutorial on how I do my own brows. Just realized that I filmed the entire thing in my red house coat, but whatever. Hashtag red house coat Katie. I am working on a ton of other tutorials, little mini tutorials. So if there's anything specific that you want to see, just comment below and I will give you a rundown on how to do it. So the next video actually is going to go through foundation, concealer, and highlight with concealer. So stay tuned and that'll be posted on Wednesday. Thank you for watching. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and I will talk to you guys really soon.